Those desirous of meeting me in Bahrain should come on the 24th of May, the Friday. We decided to do an event there because we had covered all Gulf countries and missed out only on Bahrain. Even during my long stay in Dammam, I had never made it across the causeway to Bahrain. So we decided that we'll visit Bahrain. I hope to see you in Bahrain on the 24th of May, the Friday. If you'd like to meet me, kindly message us to the WhatsApp number given below or drop a mail to the email ID given below. Once again, I thank you for your support.
Hi everyone, welcome back to Be Rich. Today I wanted to briefly talk about what's happening in our markets and what opportunities are there before I talk a little bit further about Microsoft, Apple, and Google. So first is Tata Chemicals. They had a one-time write-off because of what's happening in their operations in the UK. It was totaling around 963 crores, and there's been a dampening of demand of their soda ash in their business, which is their main business now, since they've removed everything else from Tata Chemicals. So the revenue operation has declined by 21%. So if we do see any corrections in Tata Chemicals, it is a worthwhile consideration to keep an eye on, because Tata Chemicals also houses other crown jewels within its balance sheet. So it's worth looking at. So keep an eye on Tata Chemicals as the market moves. If corrections do come in Tata Chemicals, it's worthwhile having a look at it. The other is Trent. Their quarter results and net profit surged, and they had a one-time exceptional income of 543 crores, and their net profit has jumped by 158% year on year, and the company is doing very well. Of course, we would love to be able to afford this company, but it's well way out of our range of affordability. But people who do have Trent shares who have managed to buy it long ago would be feeling rather chuff about this, and the board has approved a dividend payout of 3.2 rupees per share, which is quite good. Tata Motors is tying up with South Indian Bank for CV's commercial vehicle finance, and the main reason for this tie-up is to facilitate easy access to financing solutions for its fleet owners and dealerships. So commercial vehicle dealers and fleet owners of Tata trucks and buses can find easier access to financing and financial opportunities through South Indian Bank tie-up. Meanwhile, the Tatas have gotten approval for the integration of Air India and Vistara into a single airline, which they hope to be done by the year end. They're currently in the process of getting all the T's crossed and the I's dotted in that, and also working with their employees in Air India and Vistara to make sure it's going to be smoother than the news they made a couple of months ago. As far as the Vistara brand is concerned, they've said they'll be retaining the brand till the end of 2025, at which point of time they'll take a call on to see what to do. The India's Competition Commission of India has approved the merger in September 2023. So this is something to keep an eye on. Now, there was an arbitrage option in Ultratech, because Ultratech is taking Kesoram operations are being taken over by Ultratech. It's already started happening. If you guys have been following Trader Vinod, he's been mentioning this opportunity to a lot of his followers and telling people who are in touch with him. And at that point in time, the arbitrage was at 12%. There's still a 5.5% arbitrage. The trade right now is 52 shares of Kesoram for 1 share of Ultratech. So if you're looking at an opportunity or an arbitrage and you have some extra cash, maybe you can have a look at this and take this into consideration. If you would like to get in touch with Trader, please drop me a message or Anand in Instagram or Twitter or on LinkedIn, and we'll try to get this done for you. Or you can always reach out through our email, which is down below, and I'm sure Trader's team will be happy to help you out. The other arbitrage option is, of course, IDFC. IDFC is corrected, which we have spoken about in the previous video. So if you're still looking for the IDFC arbitrage, to enter this arbitrage, maybe you can look at this opportunity when we're seeing this correction right now playing out, and you can look at this arbitrage opportunity too. These are the main things. Other than that, the other things we want to talk about was the First Cry IPO, which a lot of people are talking about, the Ola IPO, a lot of people are talking about. But if you've really been looking at the news, both those companies' financials don't look very sound. They seem to be having some issues. So I would be a little more cautious before I jump into any of these IPOs. Me and Anand usually do not recommend IPOs, and we have stated reasons why we do not recommend IPOs, because most of the cream has been removed from the milk and what is left is only water as an investor, and the same is true with Ola and First Cry. So it's more like an exit opportunity for people who have already been initial investors in both these companies. So it's something to keep in mind. Now, The main story which I want to talk about today was Microsoft, Google, and Apple. The main story is, of course, in Google. Google has laid off its entire Python team in the US, and they're relocating the team to Germany and maybe some in India. And this main reason seems to be cost cutting. And Google's already laid off hundreds of positions in various teams, including engineering and hardware in January. So it's part of the intensifying effort of Google trying to improve their overall balance sheet and focus more on investments towards and development of AI. And this is also true with what Microsoft is doing. Satya Nadella seems to be visiting Indonesia, which is the fourth largest country in terms of population in the world, and that's understandable. Behind India, China, and the United States, we have Indonesia. And Apple was there recently before Satya Nadella landed that, and even Nvidia was there. The reason why they're there is it's quite evident. It is a young market in terms of population and age demography, and there's a huge opportunity for all these companies for their cloud solutions and also to set up facilities for offshore. Satya Nadella has promised investments in Indonesia to train at least close to 1 million Indonesians in AI and AI related technologies and to get them certified. And as in complement, the Indonesian government has also promised Satya Nadella and the other Apple and Nvidia who visited them that whatever India is offering you, we can offer you something even better. So this shows you the shift which is happening, the pivot away from China, the pivot away from US as key markets and trying to expand into new territories and new markets, especially in terms of AI and generative language model which they have, which is interesting because this is where it seems the most of the revenue growth which has come for Microsoft and Google recently has been from this, which we spoke about a few videos ago. So in an effort to keep these revenue channels open and opening more veins of revenue for them, they seem to be expanding their reach, and it's understandable why they're looking at Indonesia. Indonesia has a young population and it makes sense, and it is right now a country which politically is very stable, geographically it's very stable, and it's an opportunity for them to look at a new market, and if not now, at least in the future, to make it a revenue stream for them as they grow. And Apple also, because of the beating they've been getting into China, with what's happening between US and China being caught in that spat, they're looking for other opportunities and other markets for them to expand and grow in. And as far as AI is also concerned, Apple is busily, the news came on, is poaching people from Google. And maybe people are being laid off and Google are being absorbed by Apple, because Apple is, of course, catching up in AI as far as we can see. Their whole effort of Vision Pro has failed, and they've already shelved their whole Apple Car team, and all the news coming out of Apple in terms of product development and R&D is not doing great news. Unless they've been working on something which we do not know about, which is very much possible, we'll have to say that Apple needs to do a little bit or a lot more to really capture the imagination of the public in terms of product, in terms of service. Them purely relying on the products and services of their existing flagships such as the iPhone, the Mac, and the M3 chip is not going to be enough, and that is very evident. Whatever M4 chip they're talking about, which is going to be built for AI, we'll have to wait and watch. And their next developer conclave is coming. We'll have to see what is their next iteration of the iOS software which is coming out is going to have. Plus, by end of the year, of course, we'll have the new iPhone 16. We'll have to see. I personally don't think iPhone 16 will have anything remarkable. It's probably iPhone 17 which will have more AI baked into it. I feel iPhone 16, whatever artificial intelligence is there, will be heavily reliant on Microsoft and Google more than Apple's own in-house AI, which is still in infancy compared to the rest, is what my reading is so far. This is what's happening in the US in terms of technology and technology-related stocks. Keep an eye out, and we'll see you in the next one soon. Bye.
It's a great privilege and honor that so many of you in thousands have subscribed to my channel and have supported me. I have written 2 books in English, The Alchemy of Money and Ordinary Stocks, Extraordinary Profits. These books are published by us and are ready. If you want to procure a copy, send us a message to the WhatsApp number given below and my team would respond to you. If you want an Amazon Kindle copy, you can click the link below. Finally, those who wish to consult with me can send a mail to berichenglish@gmail.com. Once again, I thank you for your support. If you like this video, press the subscribe button of my channel, hit the like button and turn on the bell notification.